What is the most unexplained thing you've ever witnessed? I saw lightning strike the street about 20 feet in front of my car, crack the pavement, and everything. There wasn't a cloud in the sky that day. Every hair on my body was standing up the remainder of the drive home. Had similar thing happen, lightning struck a guardrail 10-15 feet to my left while sitting in dead-stop traffic. I was basically blind in my left eye for 30 mins. I could smell, taste the electricity in the air, and my hair on my arms was vibrating just before or right as it happened. It tasted like metal. Lightning is much larger in diameter than I expected, at least 2 feet or more. I can't imagine people surviving a strike. The guardrail was raining molten metal. When I was around 10, an abandoned corner house across the street was being torn down. In the outside stairwell to go down into the basement, I saw a purple figure looking at the bulldozer. I have no idea why it was, but to my 10-year-old brain all I could think was it was an alien. About 30 seconds of watching it, wondering what it was, a section of the roof was torn off and landed right on top of the stairwell. To this day, I don't know what the hell it was, but it was definitely a humanoid-type creature. That was about 25 years ago now. Never told anyone. Me and my 2 buddies were watching The Strangers on his old DVD player. The one who owned the house went upstairs, and we paused the movie. My other friend and I were just waiting and talking, and suddenly the picture of the TV went away, and a picture of my friend's mom came on the TV. We were super confused and tried turning off the TV and DVD player and unplugged it, and still the picture stayed on the TV. When my friend came downstairs, it abruptly turned off. It was so eerie and strange. This was not a smart TV and had nothing else connected to it. You know, that just jogged a memory for me. When I was a teenager, so also before smart TVs, there was an incident at my friend's house. A picture of their recently deceased dog appeared on the TV. And if I remember correctly, turning it off did nothing as well. It was really damn weird. Over a decade ago, I was about 17 and was in Orlando with my best friend and my parents. We were visiting Disney World. My best friend and I were in one hotel room, and my parents were in the one next to us. I woke up about 2 a.m. randomly, which I didn't normally do. There were 2 windows in the room overlooking Orlando, and as I was lying there, I caught a glance of what I thought was an airplane. I kept looking at it and realized it wasn't moving. I sat up and also realized the lights weren't like a plane. I went to the window and it was completely still in the sky. As I looked closer, it was like an orb of swirling colors of all kinds. It was so beautiful. I am not sure how much time passed, probably no more than a minute or 2, when all of a sudden it darted off to the right extremely fast, like nothing I have ever seen. It was crazy. It was 100% not a dream, and I am frustrated that I was so transfixed that I didn't think to take a video or picture. I will never forget it, and I have no idea what it was, only that I did not imagine it. In high school, my friends and I used to trespass at Cold Harbor Battlefield late at night. Ghost hunting, if you will. It was a pretty significant battle in the Civil War, and a lot of people died there, obviously. One night, I swear I saw someone marching in place probably 20 feet ahead of us, holding what I thought was a lantern. I wanted to go closer, but my sister panicked and we left. A different night, I was there with friends, and I was the one driving. When I first went there, my sister's boyfriend brought us, so when I went without him, I had trouble finding where he had us park, and the trail I wanted to take my friends on. I was driving down a small dirt road, and we came up on a left turn that seemed promising. I went down a very narrow, long dirt road until we came upon what I can only describe as a compound. It had floodlights you couldn't even see from the road that sort of encased it, and all of a sudden maybe 15-20 people appeared just staring at our car. This is in Virginia, and we were basically in the middle of nowhere. They did not look friendly, about half of them starting walking towards us, and I panicked. I put my car into reverse and nailed the gas pedal as I flung my friends and myself back down the one-way dirt road we came down. After that, I drove us as fast as possible out of the park. No one followed us, and to this day I wonder who they were or what they would have done if I let them approach my car. I've never gotten such bad vibes instantly from a group of people. I'm going to share something that happened to my grandma. My grandma worked in the Twin Towers. On 9/11, she was on her way to work and she didn't know that as she was nearing, that the North Tower was already hit. She got off the train, And when she got outside, she just saw all the chaos and heard people yelling about what happened. So she went to go look for a payphone to call home to let us know that she was okay, but she didn't know where to go to catch a train back home. Some man, who was not panicked at all and was very calm and walking around as if nothing happened, approached my grandma and just said, "Excuse me, miss, do you happen to have the time?" My grandma told him 9:50 a.m. He said, "Thank you." My grandma then asked him, "Do you know where the train station is?" And he told her where to go. And he said, "Do hurry. 30 minutes left before they suspend service. Just under 10 minutes until South comes down. You wouldn't want to be around for that." And then he just walked away, like nothing had happened. They did, in fact, suspend subway service 30 minutes later, at 10:20, and the South Tower did, in fact, collapse in just under 10 minutes, at 9:59. Why did your grandma need to ask where the train station was? She had just got off the train. Because the station was directly under the Twin Towers, and they closed that station shortly after the North Tower was hit. Do you think they would keep a station open that's underneath buildings that are inevitably going to collapse? That station was completely destroyed, and it took them 17 years to fix and reopen that station. Literally last night, I was sitting at my desk next to my back window with a view of my backyard. My phone alert goes off telling me there is motion in my backyard. I look out the window, but it is too dark to see anything, so I pull up my backyard camera that can see in extremely low light. The camera shows the motion light over my garbage cans is on. I look out the window again where the garbage cans are. The motion light is off. I look back at the live camera feed on my phone. The light is on. I look at the timestamp on the video to make sure I pulled up the live feed and not a stored clip, but nope. Timestamp is correct, and what I'm viewing is live. Light is on in the view from the camera. Light is off in the view from the window. WTF? Infrared light. Reflection. It's invisible to your eyes, but shows on camera. When I was about 12, I remember sitting in the back seat of my parents' 98 Toyota Corolla with my dad while my mom was driving on the freeway. I remember it was raining all day, and I looked out the window and watched a black Ford truck fly off the highway and land on its back. It was beyond totaled. My mom stopped, and my dad went to see if there was any survivors. One guy crawled out and had blood running down his forehead, and he said he fell asleep at the wheel. I couldn't believe he was even standing up straight, let alone speaking. If my mom was going any slower, that truck would have landed on our little Toyota. To this day, my parents told me that I dreamt it. Thank you for watching this video. I will be glad to receive your support in the form of a subscription to the channel and a like. Also write topics that interest you in the comments.